Do you think with all the pressure in Edmonton that Ken Holland is at least picking up the phone or behind the scenes been pounding the pavement to try and improve the depth of his team?
Well, I believe that there's been discussion on that, Noodles, but that wouldn't be new for Kenny Holland.
Right.
You know, I think he's keenly aware of all the speculation, the heat that's been turned up on a lot of positions, and his head coach in Dave Tippett. But he's been down this road before, you know, historically speaking. So, you know, he's not going to be pushed one way or another by it. And, look, if Kenny could snap his fingers and upgrade his goaltending, then he would obviously do that. He's just not able to do that. And he knew going into the season that, you know, that position was going to have to stabilize. And for a good stretch it did. And maybe it kind of rights itself, you know, after tonight. How do you know? Maybe Mike Smith stands on his lid. Maybe Mike Smith stays healthy and then can go on a bit of a run with him. And maybe that gives Mikko Koskinen a bit of time to settle in as well. So I think that definitely Edmonton is and will be in the market for a goaltender, but they've got other needs. They've been looking for that number 3 center for how long? You know, they thought that Holloway was going to be able to jump in, and that didn't pan out. You know, they're still waiting for news on Archibald, what's going to become of him for the remainder of the season. And beyond that, I'm not so sure Kenny Holland wouldn't consider some defensive help as well. So last 12 games for the Edmonton Oilers have been pretty ugly. So I think Holland has been doing a lot of thinking on a lot of different positions within that organization.
How shocked are you, Darren, that we're at this point, like, critiquing the lack of success on this past stretch about the Oilers? I just find it crazy. I know there's holes and there's goaltending problems, but to talk about a team with 2 of the top 5 players in the world on it going through these struggles again, I find it to be crazy. Like, McDavid and Draisaitl got to be having dinner together saying, what the hell is going on here? Like, how come we're not, like, gearing up for another long playoff run and having the ultimate success here?
No, you're not wrong, Owen. You know, if you watch Oiler games fairly closely, and I know you guys do, you can see the frustration, right? I mean, you can see it in their mannerisms. You can see it on their face. They're trying to be stoic. You know, their performance until very recently was still there. But those guys want to win, no different than any other player, and they've been down this road too many times. But in fairness, you know, the Oilers did go out and try to make some pretty significant improvements. You know, they bring in Zach Hyman. Well, we know what Hyman can deliver, and he's done that for the most part in Edmonton. You know, they re-signed other players, including Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who's now hurt. Like, it looks to me like the elements, the components of a team that should be better is there. And it can't always fall at the feet of the goaltender. So, you know, I think we could also recognize, though, that the numbers that they were posting early in the year on the penalty kill and the power play just weren't sustainable, right? So, you know, you're going to come back down to earth. But, man, there's a lot of head scratching around that organization and management trying to figure out how Dave Tippett, or any coach for that matter, gets them all to pull in the same direction and play the way you need to play through tough stretches.